Go Squad TV. All right, so this is not sports related. We're gonna stick to food for thought here. In life, you tend to figure things out as time goes by. You start learning lessons, and you start learning that there really ain't no shortcuts to this shit. This thing we call life. There's not a lot of shortcuts to this. I'm speaking to the men out here, and men only right now. So, ladies, take nothing personal. But I gotta speak to the men out here. Men, dudes that are caught in relationships, they're caught in dead end relationships, or just caught up in relationships or marriages that don't work. I cannot stress to you what I've learned over the years of my life and what I've learned not to do. The thing not to do, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I know a lot of women are gonna probably get upset when I say this, but some of them might not. You cannot try to impress your partner. Trying to impress your partner versus actually impressing her are two different things. Trying to impress your partner, whether you're dating, whether you're in a marriage, whether you're just girlfriend, boyfriend, is the worst possible scenario. You have to be yourself. You have to be the person they fell in love with. And that person, most likely, they fell in love with is the person that's not focused on them. The minute you start focusing on women instead of your business is when you fold. When I say business, I don't always mean money. I'm not talking like you're a Fortune 500 company or even bigger than that as an individual. No, this is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking to you about and what I'm getting to you on is just plain simple mathematics on this. If you don't focus on doing and stick into your routine and the things that you claim to be important for yourself, and you start changing those things and you start putting more focus on your partner more than likely will get tired of you and leave you. And they will never tell you this because they don't even realize they do that shit. The truth of the matter is they fell in love with you because of you being you. The minute you start trying to serve them, you start trying to, and when I say that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy flowers or do something nice for your lady every once in a blue moon. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is a woman does not like a clean man. A woman doesn't like a man that ain't busy. If a man just comes home from work and doesn't have plans to do anything, whether it be working out, whether it be working on a project, it's not about money. Make this clear. It's having hobbies. A man with hobbies will always have a loyal woman beside him because a woman is only going to attract to the energy of motivation and positivity. And the minute a woman doesn't see that, and I say a real woman, I'm not talking no crazy, I'm not talking about no crazy nutcase woman. I'm talking about just a woman in general. Like a real good woman does not like a man who's stagnant. She don't care about what you do for work. Let me make that clear. Does not care about what you do for work. Don't let these rap video hoes and these women who rap or sing and make songs confuse you. Most women aren't looking at your money, especially most women who are independent. They really don't need you. But a woman wants you, what I'm saying to you is that a woman wants to feel like they miss you. They want to feel like you have a special quality to you that makes them keep coming back. And when they lose that quality about you because you hang out with them all the time or you spend time with them too much and you don't put enough time into getting yourself in shape mentally and physically, you don't take enough spiritual time for yourself as she should as well, and she should take care of her shit as well. You guys don't give each other enough space. The results are going to be the results, and if the results are not positive, then you got to take into consideration what you should have did versus what you did. Now, we all want to not take credibility or accountability for some of the things that We do. At the end of the day, it's more important for us as humans and as men to realize our focus should always be on the things and the task at hand. We don't have time. Even if you birth children, we really don't have time to to sit there and wait on women or to wait on situations and circumstances. We have time to put our mental health and our life first. We need to do that. If you're not happy with yourself, and this goes to men and women and whoever, even transgenders. If you're not happy with yourself, you really shouldn't be dating anybody else. Because if you can't be happy within yourself, how are you gonna make somebody else happy? Stagnation is the devil's way of keeping you away from doing things that are special for yourself. You gotta have something to say. You ain't gotta have a big house. You ain't gotta have big money or an expensive car. All the dumb shit you think you gotta have in order to impress a woman is not exactly what you need. A woman wouldn't care if you work. A real woman don't care if you work at McDonald's for a fucking living, and they happen to work at some big giant company. They don't give a shit. It's really more like, can I get along with you? Do I have? Can we be around each other? Can we miss each other? Can we really enjoy each other? And can we see each other as being a future? And believe me, I'm not immune to this. Every one of us men have fallen victim into the short term thinking of thinking that we need to satisfy and we need to make these women happy by doing certain things that are outside our character. And we really shouldn't. You have value as much as a woman does. As men, we need to understand our value. We don't need to be giving ourselves up to every chick that we see. We got to learn to say no sometimes. Learn to put weight and time in the backs of everything that we do and work. Work on whatever you do. If you're not going to make a lot of money, work on your personality, work on your mind, work on your soul, build. Everything else will work itself out. There's nothing wrong with talking to different people and getting different opinions. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you need to be happy. You can't do what everybody else doing. That's just the reality. What may work for me might not work for you. What may work for you might not work for me. But don't expect to sit here and wait for something to fall out the sky and think that something's going to work. You got to put in the work. Put in the time, put in the work, earn your keep. Things will work yourselves out for you. This could be applicable to women too, but mostly men I'm really having a conversation with, because sometimes we look at some tits and some ass and we think that just because she has a nice job and shit, that she's going to respect and like what we do. And sometimes a woman just wants you to just be yourself. And more often than not, I see a lot of dudes get kicked to the curb a lot, and they say they're good guys, and I'm not doubting that they are, but it's got to be something else that you got to bring to the table other than being a good guy. And sometimes being a good guy just ain't enough. Sometimes you just need to be yourself. You got to show you got bad days every now and then. Doesn't mean you need to whine and complain to the woman that you're with. That's sucker shit. But you need to show that you have a personality. Do you go to the ups and downs? How strong are you going to bounce back? Are you going to crawl in a corner and cry? Or are you going to build your character and continue to build your character and be like, you know what? I'm not going to let this get me down. It's a setback. You're going to get back on the road. A lot of it's just having belief in yourself and believing in God as well. But believing yourself is very important, regardless of what God or religion or what you follow, regardless. So I just want to give advice to the homies out here. Stop trying to impress these women, man. Stop putting all your time into. Don't put your time into somebody unless they've earned that time. If she's earned the time and she's earned the respect, if she's earned and respects your value, or he respects your value, regardless of what your orientation is, then that's when you put the time in. And even then, you still got to be careful. There's a fine line. Marriages are not lasting. There is a high divorce rate right now. And you think that's bad. Relationships aren't lasting. Friendships aren't lasting. So you need to take into consideration that your own energy means so much. Your own energy will dictate everything else that works. Whether you have a woman, whether you have a high paying job, whether you have something going on, your energy will dictate a career, ambition, whatever the case may be. All this takes from the inside out. It's all you at the end of the day. Life is what you make it. You mope and you just mope and you just mope. You ain't gonna get nowhere. You over here trying to serve somebody else's purpose. If you're in a relationship, man or woman, or transgender for that matter, I'll say it again. If you're with somebody and you're constantly trying to make them happy, you're already in a bad situation. Because your job is not to make people happy. Your job is to be happy and share your happiness with someone. Not to be trying to make someone happy all the time. The more you try to make someone smile, the more it turns into a frown. Next thing you know, you're on the block and you're being let go. Your clothes are outside and you're done. It don't matter what she does after the fact or what he does after the fact. You need to take care of yourself. Gold Squad TV. Leave your comments down below. Glad to do a food for thought. Haven't done one of these in a while. I'm gonna start trying to do a little bit of more of these from my ladies and gentlemen out there that need advice and need to get through. You don't gotta agree with what I say, but just understand that I'm doing this out of goodness from my heart, and it's not about me. It's just about helping others so they don't end up doing the same or making the same mistakes that we all make. We can prevent this shit. Gold Squad TV. Salute. Subscribe.